What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Nate Matthews back again with another video, doing it handheld style today, man. I want to thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. Hopefully you like what you're about to see, and if you do, make sure you give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the page as well. Today's project right now is going to be a little bit of an add-on to a project that I've already done. I've already actually edited the video, but at the time of this recording I have not uploaded it yet, so I don't know if I'm going to add this on or just this is going to be a separate video or whatever. But the design that I have on my computer over here, I'm going to show you guys this actually right now. We already did the top part, right? The little top design, that's already been made. I made about 10 or so of those. Then they received it in the mail. They liked it and said, hey, they want some additional, larger ones. But then they also want a smaller one down there that they're going to set it, stack them on top of each other and put it like on a t-shirt or whatever they want to do with them, right? So today's task is going to be just making the bottom part right there. So we're going to jump over to the machine and we're going to get it going. And the way I designed this is actually going to be multiple designs in one. I'll show you guys what this thing is looking like. I've already loaded it up and everything. Designs are already on there and all that. So when I said multiple designs in one, the way I did this design is just to save me some time and material and stuff like that. I've laid it out to do 5 in a row. Now with this 5x7 hoop right here, I could have actually done 6, but if I'm doing 10 right now for this first little thing, I just wanted to do 2 of them instead of having to make a whole new layout to fit, just a couple more on the next one. So we fit 5 into the frame right there. Says it's going to take about 34 minutes. I already have my stabilizer in there. Right here along the floor, we do have our thread that we actually need to thread through the machine because I just had gold for the previous design that I showed you guys. So we're going to go ahead and get started on this. I'm going to just show you guys the beginning, the short little layout, and then I'm going to get started and go back to doing what I was doing before. So with that being said, let's get started. So what I'm doing first is I went ahead and removed my bobbin because the previous color that I had in my bobbin right here was white. And because most of this design is just going to have, it's going to have a white background, but I'm going to be using our fabric as the background, right? So we don't really need any type of white. And then the text color is going to be black. So if it just so happened to be, some bobbin showing up on top of our design, which it shouldn't be, I just in case, I would like to have the correct color that's going to show up on top. So we're going to be having black on top up here, and then we're going to put a black bobbin thread in the bottom as well. So I do have a whole bunch of them already wound up. So I'll just go ahead and pop one off. So I wound this thing up. And for those of you who don't know or don't have a machine yet, you just watch my videos to kind of get an idea of what you may want to do. Just keep your eyes on the machine and stuff like that. I'll show you guys right now what I just did. So this right here underneath where the needle is at, this is where you would put your bobbin thread, and it just tells you the directions right on there too. It shows you exactly how to wind it up and everything. It shows it should look like that. So that's exactly what I did. Put that one in there, and then these are my other ones that I already have wound up. Couple whites, couple blacks, and we can just go ahead and put this white one back in there, snap that in, and I'll throw it back in my little bin with my extra things of thread. So now that we have that, I'll go ahead and pop the case back on. And the way I see this file is set up, I'm glad I just seen this at the last minute because I just fixed it on the computer, but I actually forgot to put the new file on the memory stick there. So I got to change this. So right now, it really is only 2 colors, black and gold. However, there's multiple steps. I have a placement stitch to tack down the words and then the gold. So let me go ahead and fix that right now. There you have it. That's what it's supposed to look like. So there it is. And now I have a breakdown of the placement stitch, tack down stitch, all the text, and then all the borders, which is going to give us 5 designs right there. It says it's going to take about 34 minutes. We'll see about that. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. It might go a little bit faster. Who knows? I never actually calculated it. So we're just going to do what the machine says. Again, I have my material already hooped up. Now we do need to load our black thread, embroidery thread this is, for those of you who are wondering if you know that I use a mixture of embroidery and regular type of sewing thread. So I like to load these ones up from the floor. Or not like to, but I say have to because I really don't have no choice because they do not actually fit into the machine. So we'll wind this thing up from right here, curve it around all the slots, pop this in, toss the extra piece in the trash, toss this down, thread it up, and let's go. Nothing too exciting in this first part, guys, but I'll show you anyways, whatever, right? Giving us our placement stitch, letting me know exactly where I need to place my fabric, right? It does that. And it jumps right over to the next one. going. So it's going to do 5 of those, and then I'll check with you guys as soon as it's done. Next, I realized I don't need this big old thing. I was actually going to put it in there this way, the long way, but then I realized the whole thing actually fits right here. The length is long enough, so now I just need to make sure I have at least 5 inches going across. Our design is actually slightly smaller than that, but as long as we have at least 5 inches going across right here, we will be good. So there we have it. Let me do it from the top actually, or from the bottom, whichever way. Alright, got my little guide. Boom, there we go. Then we're going to be using our rotary scissors here. Scissors, cutters, whatever you want to call them. Probably need to put a new blade on it because it ain't as sharp as it needs to be. But there it is. I'll go ahead and cut right there. So this is the piece we're going to use. I'll go ahead and toss it into the machine now. We'll go ahead and throw our fabric right on top. You can actually see right through it. And just going to tack our piece of fabric right on down to our stabilizer. Just holding it with my hands in the beginning to make sure there's no wrinkles or nothing like that. Make sure it does stay in place. And I think we should be good from here. So let's watch a couple more stitches. Then again, I'll let it finish and check back with you guys in a moment. This is what we have so far, guys. Just 5 blank lines right there. And now we're going to go ahead and use our applique scissors, and we're going to cut out the extra fabric around the design to get it ready to add the words in each box right here. And because this is going to take me a little while to cut out, I'll check with you guys as soon as I'm done. Not only did I cut the outside and stuff like that out, but I had to make sure I cut the middle out of all these designs as well, because we are going to be putting a nice border, and we do not want any of that fabric to be showing outside of the border. We want it all to be tucked in the center. So there it is. So now we have that. We'll go ahead and pop it back into the machine, and we'll continue. And at this point, I think, well, I would say I could step away, but I don't think I really want to do that. But at this point, it says it's going to be 22 minutes, and it's going to put the text in every single one, all in one go. So wish me luck, y'all. This is it. 22 minutes. Let's get it. Said, guys, this is gonna take a long time, so I'm about to turn on some music in the background, throwing some videos and stuff like that, keep educating myself, that way I can keep educating you guys. So I'm gonna let this thing finish up, and I'll check with you guys when it's a little bit more done, I guess. I ran into an issue, guys, so check this out, man. I'm human, right? I'm not too much far off than you guys, right? As far as embroidery, I'm not no pro. I have not been doing this for 100,000 years. Still learning, right? I messed up on this one, right? I'm gonna show you. Now, I did see it happening, so I did tell you guys I was walking away and I was doing other things. So I did see it happening, but I didn't think it was gonna happen with every single one. So with you guys looking at this, besides all the lines and stuff that's jumbled all over the place, those of course would get cut with scissors. But what I'm trying to show you guys is this right here. It might even still be hard to see, but on this side only, looks like it's ripping. It's ripping our material. Now that I'm looking at in the camera, like at myself, it's hard to even see, but it's there. It's rips all on this side, but it's not happening on this side at all. The material is there. Now, one way that I'm thinking I could have possibly avoided that, I don't really know if it could have avoided it, but if maybe I waited until the end, that way as the thread is being tugged and pulled left and right and stuff like that, it would have had the extra material on the side to pull from, just making it a little bit more sturdy. I I'm really kind of lost, but I definitely have to do this again. I thought I was gonna be able to get away with it because even though it's right at the end and our last step, I did not finish this, of course, because I had to do the gold border. But even though I did not get to that last step, I was thinking, hey, the little last stitch is gonna cover up these small tears. But with it happening on every single one, I think I'm just going to do it again. So what I've decided to do is I'm not going to take this out of the hoop because who knows, I may come back to it. But what I've done, we just hooped a different sheet of stabilizer, right, into another hoop. Now, the reason I have extra hoops, I have a whole bunch of different hoops, is because for those of you who don't know, I have had a lot of machines and stuff go on my channel and see. I've had the SC400, the 625, the PE 770, and now I'm working with the SC 1900. So I do still have hoops from some of my previous machines. So that's a bonus, right? So I can hoop more things than once. So what I'm doing now is what I was actually thinking I should have done in the beginning was, instead of using twill, I was going to use felt. Now this is the really thick felt too. I don't even know if I showed you guys this, but I actually did do a video. But like I told you, I've been making a lot of videos, but I have not been uploading any of them. Why? I have no idea really why. I guess it's because I've been busy with projects. So I keep making videos of me recording new projects and not. Anyways, let's just get to it, right, guys? So I'm going to go ahead and cancel this project. I'm going to throw this new one in, and we're going to use a new sheet of material here. So we're going to load up the same design, and that means we're going to have to wait another about 22 minutes or so for it to finish like it was doing with this one. Lock this in, and let's see if this one does it a little bit better for us. All right, 34 minutes coming up. Materials in there. Let's go ahead and throw this down and do all of our placement stitches all over again. And I'm kind of confused too why it's really only doing it on one side, because I spaced it out evenly. So the same amount of clearance that's on this side is on this side as well. But maybe it was the grain of the material. You see the grain is going in like a diagonal pattern there. Maybe if I would have laid it differently, it would have reacted differently. But for that reason, especially on this one, this is like torn a lot. And I just don't think that the finished border was gonna go, you know, that far in. It was probably gonna be right on the edge. Who knows? I might have gotten away with it. I might have. But now that we're doing this one, we ran into another issue. Well, it's not really an issue. This happens all the time. This is why I always have to keep bobbins loaded up. But it says the bobbin thread is almost empty. So what I need to do is just go ahead and reload them. And I showed you guys that already in a previous clip. So I'm just going to cut the camera. We'll finish it up right now. So I've loaded the new material into the machine, right? And what I'm going to do is, as soon as that's done stitching, I'm just going to put the new color of thread in, and we're just going to continue. All right, new color of thread, hold on. It's going to be the same color, so it's black. And then we're going to do the text of black. So I'm just going to keep it that way, and I'm not even going to cut out the excess, the border, or nothing like that. Just in case that might, you know, possibly happen again. I'll just do it at the end, right before I add the border. I'm going to go ahead and cut it, but during the time that it's stitching, we'll leave it and let it do what it's got to do. So this is it right here. And to be honest with you guys, like I was saying, this was actually the first thing I was going to do to begin with, is use this material. But I was trying to be consistent because the twill is what I used on the previous design for them that they're going to be adding this onto, and it looked great. So I was just trying to keep it the same, but this material is actually thick, so it's gonna, you know, just be more sturdy, and it's gonna look nicer and stuff like that to me. So this is what we have to use at this point. We really don't have no choice, because these rips and stuff like that, not acceptable. Even though I sat here this whole time and did this already, used the material up, it's not really something I want to put my name on. So all these are most likely going in the trash, unless I'm just gonna, you know, toss it in the envelope as like, nah, I wouldn't even really count as a bonus. They can't really do nothing with this. So yeah, I guess those might be going in the trash, but these ones are gonna come out a lot better, hopefully. Let's keep our fingers crossed. And 22 minutes on the clock. Let's go. Let's just make sure that our stitching does not get lost in the material here. We'll just watch it stitch out on the first couple stitches. Shitty, bro. It'll be just as clear, which it is. Oh yeah. This one actually looks like it came out a lot better than the other one. Still need to cut it out, which is what I'm going to do in a minute. But as you guys can see now, right along those edges is clear and crispy. Nothing has torn at all. Everything is very legible. So now I'm on the very last step, or what I would be on the very last step, but I do need to go ahead and take this out of the hoop now and go ahead and cut out the extra fabric around the end. I didn't cut all of the jump stitches. I'll do that at the end, but as you guys can see, I did go ahead and cut out the excess fabric that was in the middle as best as I could, as well as I got it all up off the sides. I've already threaded the gold thread there, looped it around, and it's already ready to go in the machine right there. So now it says it's going to take about 9 minutes to go ahead and put a border on every last one of these designs. So we'll go ahead and start it up right now, and I'll show you guys a preview again of how it starts off, and then I'll just catch you guys at the end of the video. Nice and gold and shiny and bright, but then again I still have to get the applique scissors, rainy scissors at that, get up under those jump stitches right there, clean it up. And the machine should tell me right now that it has finished embroidering the deep gold. There you have it. We'll press OK. We'll go ahead and pop it out and get to it. And here it is, guys. All the patches are complete. I cut all the jump stitches from out of all of them. Only thing I need to do now, outside of packaging them up, is something I don't really want to do. I don't know why, but I guess just separate them right now. I just feel like folding them up like this, packaging them up just like this. What y'all think? I think I'm gonna end up cutting them, but I think it's kind of cool to be able to do it like that, and just whoop. That way you can actually cut them as you need them instead of having a whole bunch of loose patches. So maybe I will do that and test it out. Let's mail them like these. Guys, this is all the patches completed right here. We got 5 in this slot, 5 in this slot. Let me actually focus in so you guys can see a little bit better. Actually, let's zoom in. There you go. So these patches came out very nice. Everything is crystal clear. You can actually read exactly what's on them, as well as these little super tiny ones. And I even made these pretty good too. I actually changed up the way that I did when I first showed the customer, but then I talked to them and told them I changed it up. So this is the original one right here. As you guys can see, I do put all my stuff in little wrappers and stuff, make it look nice when you guys receive it in the mail. So this one is actually supposed to be like for buttons and stuff. So if y'all need custom buttons, I do that too. If you didn't know, go on the website, neverdenieme.com. But there you have it, little tiny patch. They wanted a couple of these. I guess they're going to be putting them on a mask or something of that sort, as well as these ones right here, which were an add-on to the other patches that I made of them, which the other ones, I don't have them. I already shipped them, but they look just like these ones in a full size, like a 4-inch version, where these are like just under 2 inches to be exact. So like I said, man, if you guys need anything, go to the website, neverdenieme.com. If you guys like what you've seen, please do give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and check the playlist because I got a lot of videos about embroidery. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.